Hello, YouTube. Rival X Factor here, and it's time to game with a community member again, where I get the opportunity to find out more about you guys. I've already done 2 rounds of this, and we're going to get started. And Engelstryker is here today. How are you today, sir?
Hey, doing great.
And why don't you tell the community roughly how old you are and what part of the United States you're from?
I'm 24 years old and I'm from North Carolina.
What is your favorite thing about living in North Carolina? Is it the weather? Is it the easygoing lifestyle and attitudes?
I don't know. I've enjoyed living here. The freedoms that we particularly have. I'm a gun nut, I guess, in some ways, and North Carolina is my state for that.
So you have great rights as an individual to be a gun owner, is what you're telling me.
Yes, sir.
Now, of this collection, I imagine it consists of pistols and rifles, or are you a shotgun guy? Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
I've actually got one of each different class. I just graduated from college, so I'm still a bit lower on funds, but I've got a pistol, a rifle, a long range rifle, uh, a lower caliber rifle, and a shotgun.
What kind of bullet would dictate a lower caliber rifle?
22.
A 22. Okay, so everything that we grew up with, shooting at, muskrat and chipmunks and stuff like that, and just targets, across a picnic table, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think almost 40% of America grew up with a 22 rifle. The thing doesn't move when you pull the trigger. It's almost silent. Doesn't upset mom too much when she's trying to relax. What kind of pistol do you have?
Glock 19.
What do you shoot target? Do you shoot clays? Do you shoot zombies?
I just picked up the shotgun and the longer range rifle. I'm hoping to get into hunting. Some of my friends are into hunting. My father-in-law, and so I'm hoping to hopefully get into some deer hunting. I don't know about this year, maybe next year.
So besides doing the gun thing, what else do you do in life?
I'm actually a part-time assistant pastor right now. I just graduated from college with a degree in Bible and pastoral studies. So I'm assistant pastor, helping out a pastor in the community I'm at, and trying to help with some of the office work. I'm hoping to get another part-time job as well. I just actually just started this um, actual position just a few months ago.
And how many hours are you putting in between the two of them? Or will you
Um,
once this other job gets going?
I'm hoping to get 40 hours, but I'm putting in about uh, maybe 10 hours at the church right now. That's just the needs of it right now.
Very nice, very nice. And then you said earlier to me that you're married, so you're a younger guy with a Mrs. Engelstryker. Any kids in the future for you guys?
Hopefully, yes. I'm actually an only child, but my wife is the second oldest of 6, and she's actually the oldest girl, so she got to be second mama for a little while when her
So she
for
is she kid
different
is she
reasons.
kidded is she kidded out, or is she itching at you yet, or are you guys gonna get a little more financial stable first? What's the game plan there?
Financially stable, definitely. Looking for that. We just recently moved and been having to live off of some savings. Um,
Oh, break it into the
and
piggy bank.
always hated that, but it has to
Yeah.
be done at some point or other.
As a younger lad, I'm sure your college days it was a lot cheaper to live, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had to pay my way through college, and actually, I didn't get any. I got a few scholarships, but it wasn't for very much. It was, for maybe half of a month's payment per
Wow.
semester. Um, but I basically had to work my way through, and
Pay as you go.
yeah, and I actually made it debt free from the college. So
Good for you.
that's
That's an
forty-five
accomplishment in
thousand later.
itself. What kind of gaming rig do you use for BF3?
I have a low-end gaming computer, and it works great when my internet's cooperating. But I got a low-end graphics card, GTX 460. You know what
Same card I used
that
to
is?
have. Yep.
And I mean, I got
What
my
resolution do you run on?
I run at 1600 by 900.
Okay. And what all low settings?
Basically, yeah. I
I'm
think I bumped up
guessing
the
you get
mesh
60
settings.
plus frames in most maps.
Yeah, up to 90 to 100.
Yep. So, people ask all the time, well, do you really need this card or this crazy 600 card? Nope. I gamed and recorded off a GTX 460 when I first started this game. What's that card worth now? 100, 125, 80 used on eBay, right? Roughly?
Yeah, something like that.
So you would recommend that card to anybody that's on a budget for BF3?
Definitely.
Good. Now, with that being said, was BF3 your first shooter? Where do you come from? How did you get involved in this?
I didn't grow up with playing computer games. I mean, the only computer games I played were um, something like Triple Play 2000 way back in the day.
Baseball game.
Baseball games, sports games, and my dad wasn't big into shooters. My dad's not big into guns either. I picked that up living in North Carolina.
Sure.
But I started playing this game called Operation 7. It's a free MMO FPS, and I played it on my laptop, and I wasn't real good at it. And then a friend introduced me on the Xbox 360 to Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I actually played Age of Empires before that. And when BF3 came out, I got an email that said, you're invited to join the alpha and the beta. And I tried to play the alpha on my laptop, and it didn't work. So then I got my computer on tax-free weekend last year. So I've only been actually gaming actively on a tower PC for less than a year.
Let me ask you this: are you glad you made the switch from console?
Yeah, I was playing on somebody else's 360, and it was all right, but I definitely find the computer, the keyboard and mouse, it's more accurate, more precise, and I'm a detail-oriented person myself.
Yeah, and you get higher frames. TVs or Xbox and PS3 are limited to 30 frames a second, and that can be pretty choppy. Because I played plenty of console shooter back in the day, and once I went to the PC, I can't go back unless there's a change in the future with some new Xbox or something like that. So, what games do you look forward to playing in the future?
Well, you gave me a Ravage beta key or a full game key, and so I kind of enjoyed a little bit of time on there. I think it'll be a cool game once they perfect whatever the little glitches that are here and there. But and
Yeah,
Planet
they're doing a
Side
very
2,
good job with that.
I know.
Yeah,
You hyped
Planet
up,
Side 2 beta starts today or yesterday, so I hope you're excited about that. It's a free-to-play game, and if you could run BF3, you could play Planet Side 2.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna try to get in one of these days.
Yeah,
But
they're slowly releasing the beta in waves. They said, over Twitter and some of these big talking heads over at Sony. So we've already got most of our guys in there, and the gameplay's been phenomenal so far. And hopefully a lot of the BF3 community follows us over there because there'll be competition on a different scale. So if you're not shooting guns, if you're not spending time with the family or playing BF3 or soon to be Planet Side 2 and Ravaged, what are you doing besides trying to be a hillbilly?
well, I'm kind of more of a wannabe transplant type of a redneck hillbilly. But most of my time has been spent either studying or working. So right now, I'm just kind of enjoying my free time. I do work out some. My wife and I got a membership at a local gym, actually a chain gym across the United States, to get ourselves a little bit more fit. So I enjoy some working out as well. But and I guess naturally,
are you making moonshine yet? And are you wearing the bib overalls? I mean, how far into this hillbillyism are you willing to travel?
probably just the guns as far as the guns and the drawl. I've actually never drank any liquor in my life, never smoked a cigarette, and
yeah, smoking cigarettes is horrible for your health. Horrible.
And I mean those are my personal convictions. But
good for you.
I mean I believe in keeping a head on my shoulders as often as I can. What little head I have.
It'll keep you out of trouble that way, won't it?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so when it comes time for a quick lunch or dinner, what is your favorite meal?
Peanut butter and jelly, hands down.
And what type of chips or what accoutrement do you put on the side?
Usually ranch, flavored either Doritos or some kind of Lay's chips.
With milk or without milk?
Usually with milk, unless there's no milk in the house, then I'll grab a Pepsi or something.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to attest that I go through 2 loaves of bread a week just by PB&Js, and if I don't have milk, I can't eat that sandwich. There's no way. Nothing can force that down. Here's another question for you. If you were any animal in the kingdom, what kind of animal would you be?
I'd be probably a panther. I like their stealthy moves and their viciousness, I guess.
So, in Bad Company 2, since you mentioned stealth, were you a bush Wookie?
Yeah, I was one for quite a bit. I wasn't very good at it, but I tried. On Rush on Valparaiso, we'd try to land the chopper on the top of that mountain up there, and then sit and crouch down and start sniping into the following bases, or even that current base, that first base there in Bad Company 2 on Valparaiso.
Um, if there was anything you could change in BF3, give me your top 2 favorite features of BF3 and 2 things you don't like or you would like to see in BF3.
I like the layout of BF3. I mean, a lot of people have complained about what all kinds of things in BF3, but I actually enjoy the layout from playing free to play games that weren't very advanced. This is really nice. I really like the loadout feature that they just came up with just recently.
Yeah, it
Um,
seems like it memorizes your settings, thank God, so you don't have to change your pajamas every time.
yeah, and you can actually, I've tried this out. You can actually change your own in your battle log, and then it'll show up in game.
Wow, finally, a working feature. What are 2 things you'd like to see in Battlefield 3?
Seems like the maps have been kind of monotonous. I mean, except for close quarters coming out, but we haven't had the same map pack, and I know there's more coming in the future. But seems like if there was some map mod tools, that'd be kind of cool. And I guess some third person, or not third person, but spectator mode would be really cool too, to get in and watch certain competition games or whatever
Yeah, you could
the case may be.
shoutcast with spectate mode. You could catch hackers easily with spectate mode, and there's so much you could do with spectate mode. I was surprised it was not in the game, though Dice touted it was coming. Well, MLG passed it up for not having it out, and I don't think it's coming around. So shame on Dice for that one. I'd agree with you 1,000% on spectate mode. I would love to see a Bad Company 2 map pack.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I think that was one of their best sets of maps that they've ever done. The Karkin maps are amazing. The Bad Company 2 maps, White Pass of Valparaiso, Laguna Presa. There's some amazing maps, both Rush and Conquest style. One last question before we get going. Are you a lone wolf? Are you in a clan, trying out for a clan? What's your story?
I actually just got accepted just recently. I'd been hanging out with these guys and just pubbing with them, and I'd never really given it much thought. And then I finally decided, I am a team player by nature, although at times I can be just withdrawn to myself. But I at heart am a team player. Love to help the team win. I like to play the objective, and I think it'll be a good chance for me in this current clan that I just hopped into just to see what it's all about. To maybe get a little bit of experience just playing around and playing with some guys often.
So what's the name of the group?
Novus Ordo Gaming,
And what's their tag? What is it in game?
NG,
NG.
lowercase n and capital G.
Very nice. So your first taste of competitive Battlefield. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn a lot from it. And we need more people like you in the competitive community, guys that are wanting to learn, guys that are very team oriented, sacrifice yourself for the benefit of the team. There needs to be more guys like you in that competitive environment. And that's what it takes for teams to succeed. If you see 2 guys in front of you and your job is to watch a lane to your left, should surpass shooting those 2 guys and watch your lane to the left, right? So it's guys like you that make teams stronger. So congratulations on that. Thanks for your time. Thanks for the great interview. I look forward to playing more games with you. Is there anything else you want to say, a shout out or a hey mom, how you doing?
I don't think my mom will be watching this, but
Never know. But
I've tried to get my wife into playing BF3, but she's just not. The first time she watched me get knifed, she freaked out. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
I have the perfect job for her. Blindfolded res train medic.
How
That's it.
about
You
ammo
can
pack?
ammo pack. Yep, just put her on a leash. That's all you gotta do. Hey, thanks for your time again, and we will talk soon.
Yep.
Hey YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed that interview as much as I did actually playing with Engel and interviewing him. He's a very down-to-earth guy, a great guy, an awesome chap. So in the future, I'm going to be doing this once a week, and I have a thread on my forums which I'm going to link below, along with some of Engel's info and a couple of his servers that he plays on. And I want the chance to be able to interview you. I'll be randomly picking these, and there are a couple of requirements. You got to be 15 or older. You could be anywhere in the world, but you got to be able to sync up with me for at least a couple hours so I can play with you, meet you, talk with you, and then interview you. So as long as you can do that, I can work with times late, at night, early on the weekends, whatever we have to do to make it happen. Because I really enjoy this. I really enjoy finding these unique individuals in the community, and I'm surprised at how neat a lot of these people have been. There's some really stand-up people that play BF3 and not your typical raging hardcore troll. So I'm trying to avoid those, and so far I'm 3 for 3. So thank you, community, for being awesome. I'll link the thread down below. I'll also link Engel's information and some of his clan information. They've got a couple BF3 Serpers that, would pique my interest. There's some TDM, there's some Conquest, Karkin, Metro, all the good stuff. So I'll put that down below. Hopefully you guys are also joining me on my live stream. We've got anywhere from 3 to 800, 900 people joining me when I live stream 3 times a week. I have a set schedule now to live stream for now for Battlefield 3 information. And come play with me. Come ask me questions. I answer a lot of the questions while gaming. I talk about what's going on in my head. I do a little bit of raging. I do a little bit of tips and tricks. I go over my thought process, and I interact with the community because I really enjoy you guys, and I can't do this without you. So that's one of my ways of trying to thank you guys for being awesome and kick-ass. As you can see, we got our ass kicked this round, but it's not every day that I jump in a helicopter with a random guy who knows how to fly, and we're doing a good job toggling the ECM and the flares, and we stayed afloat quite a while both times. So shout out to him. So thanks a lot, YouTube, and we'll see you soon.